matter what. Um, so, we have a threat to this country, to democracy. We have to vote for him. But I really hope, yes, Kamala, it would definitely be my pick because she was my pick for president. I was sorry how early she had to tap out.
Understood, understood. I was early on. I was a Cory Booker supporter.
And how about now with his decision to run off the line? Are you disappointed by that? Like you should be? I'm leading you. These are called leading questions. That's what the lawyers call leading questions.
Well, he's running. I mean, there. I have some serious concerns about it, particularly around motives. But I have no questions about whether or not the senator is going to win re-election.
um, well, I hate to say that because you want people to vote. And I don't love what he has done. And like you said, I question the motives. And of course, I'm sure you're referring to the fact that uh, the general consensus is that he's running off the line because he's in George Norcross's pocket and he does what he says, and so he's going to run with the Norcross candidate, Bridget Callahan. And when we had a fair election, Amy Kennedy won the line, so to speak. So to explain it to our viewers, when you go in to vote, uh, the Atlanta County committee members, Democratic committee members, decide whose name is going to be under Joe Biden. And the person on the line gets a substantial advantage as a rule. So so Bridget Callahan is the establishment candidate, the George Norcross pick, and so allegedly, and so when she lost substantially to Amy Kennedy, now Cory Booker, who although he won at the county convention, says I'm going to run off the lines in Atlanta County, and it's a real slap in the face to county committee members who voted for him.
Uh huh.
So I know you like him. So I'll do everything, and you can be quiet. And see, if you were here, I would be making you make like blink twice. Have to make hand signals or gestures to indicate your agreement with me.
Well, no, I have questions around it. I'm not a. I don't agree with everything Senator Booker does. I think that sometimes his politics are grossly too safe for me. I often don't think that the senator goes far enough in terms of racial justice. So I don't. I'm not an apologist for the senator at all. I just don't. I'm not going to unnecessarily. I am not going to develop commentary on an issue that I'm not as informed about related to the senator. I don't like the senator's long-time connection to the Southern Democratic machine, particularly the money of Norcross. I often do hold that against him morally. I do hold that against him, but I'm more interested in how someone votes once they get to Washington and what they stand up for, not necessarily where they get their money from. Because I do know politicians who get money from particular sources, and they are not beholden to those sources. So the question is how he votes, not necessarily how he gets his political spending money.
Right. And those politicians are what politicians should be, right?
Yeah.
The ones who,
Yeah.
vote their conscience and vote what they think their constituents want, what they think is best for their constituents, and
Right.
they're not beholden to people who wrote large checks to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would agree with a complete overhaul of the system, right? Where money shouldn't even come into it.
Come on. Yeah. I mean, we need to go back to review that Citizens United case and overturn the nonsense that allows big business and the plutocrat class to really own our democracy. I often say that we don't have real democracy. We have democracy as good enough as some rich white man can buy.
Truth. Look what we have now.
Right, right, right.
This is the biggest grift ever perpetrated upon the American people. What's going on now in Washington?
You're right.
Once again, you can send all your mail to Tehran, Oglesby.
You're right. Right.
I'm getting a look here. Um, yeah, I'm getting the look. He's going to shut off our mics in a sec. I can tell. We're just kidding. I take full
Don't send the
responsibility, but our opinions are not those of
just send,
WEHA or its
just send
staff.
the hate, just send the hate mail to Mount Zion addressed to me. I'll be fine.
Let's do a montage or collage of the hate mail.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just kind of like swim in it because we'll know there would be so much of it, and we'll just take pictures of us swimming in it, making hate mail angels and things like that.
And then I think we should do a contest for who has the best snarky comeback.
Right,
for, for
right.
each one. Yeah, but to those people who aren't in love with the current choice and who may be thinking about sitting out the election, to those people, I say, think of the Supreme Court. Think of the people in Wisconsin who waited in line for hours and risked their health, their lives,
Right.
because it's only going to get worse. And I don't think we're going to have a country. I don't think it's extremist or alarmist to say I don't think we're going to have a country if we have 4 more years of what we have now.
I agree. No question here.
Yeah, so we really need to think of the bigger picture, and it's not democracy to say, look, my person didn't win, my first choice didn't win, so I'm just going to take my marbles and go home.
And we've seen more of that from my side of the party, the far left side of the party. We often don't show up to vote when our candidate's not on there because we feel we gotta love our candidates. Democrats, progressive Democrats, we need to stop believing that we need love affairs with our candidates. We don't need candidates who are clones of what we believe. What we need are people who can win, and then we need the kind of political muscle and the kind of movement organizing so that we hold them accountable once we get in there. So my issues with 44, my issue with Barack is not Barack's fault. It's because we didn't push him far enough for our agenda. We gave him a pass. We were literally silent about everything he did or didn't do for 8 years, with the exception of the fact that for whatever reason, black church people want to be up in arms because he affirmed gay marriage in the middle of his first term, and like that's the only thing we attempted to hold him accountable for. And I think that's our fault, and we have to atone for that because we missed an opportunity during those 8 years of Barack Obama that we could have pushed him. We could have pushed him closer to what looks like universal health care. We could have pushed him closer to what looks like ending mass incarceration. We could have pushed him closer to what feels like pay equity, so that we can come out of this income apartheid that exists, where you have federally the minimum wage is less than $9, less than $8. And I think that we didn't push him far enough on certain issues, and so we got what he gave.
That's a great way to look at it too. If we all took more personal responsibility, and you're right. I mean, the Republicans would put up whoever and get behind him, and the Democrats have this purity test. If we're going to talk about something, one thing that somebody did that we don't like, or one vote, and of course I'm not talking about something significant. When you're looking at somebody like Brett Kavanaugh, when there's, clearly that rape allegation was credible, their attempted rape, she was a credible person, knew about it at the time, spoke about it at the time, and to have let that guy be on the Supreme Court is a travesty, and we have to be thinking about rectifying that. We also need to be thinking about having checks and balances in place so that kind of thing doesn't happen again.
Exactly. We got to do this. We got to take our democracy back, man, and not back into some historic moment, but restore democracy to the people. There is no such thing as democracy if the people don't get to rule. And so we have to remember that these politicians work for us. Susan, you work for us.
Absolutely. Yes, you're right, though. And I think people too many times think that this person didn't do this person didn't do that. And also, we have to understand that when you live in a democracy, it is the greater good. So sometimes it is the squeaky wheel. So you need to write, you need to call, and it's easier said than done when you're working two jobs and you're trying to keep a roof over your head. But you got to get involved, and you got to at the very least show up to vote.
Yep, yep. We got to do that. We got to show up to vote, which means we need to be registering right now. Although New Jersey does not have online voter registration, you can find the document online, the form online. You can print it off. You can mail it, and you can do that literally within the closest mailbox to your home. You can make that happen just by printing that document off. You can go online today and fill out the census assigned to your address. These are ways that we make sure we make our democracy accountable. These are the ways that we overcome democracy grief. Many of us are grieving the fact that our democracy does not work for these past 3 years. And the way we undo that is by being engaged, by working things through and out, and registering to vote, and then actually voting, and then filling out the census are 3 ways that we can accomplish that within before June gets here.
Yes, and I hope that everybody realizes with this pandemic that if you didn't think that we needed to overhaul the healthcare system before, to not see it now, to say that it's still a good idea to have it tied to your employment, you have to really think twice, because what's going on now is a big wake-up call. And at the very least, people deserve health care. And I was happy to hear, happy/disappointed to hear that Biden says he's going to expand Medicare to people the age of 60. I would like it to be younger, but I have no problem with doing it in increments like that. I think, sometimes baby steps have to be taken to get where you want to go. Just knowing the nature of how compromise is affected, how deals are made, I would have rather him said 50 and then settle on 55 or 60. But hopefully that's something that he'll consider. And I do understand that he's working very closely with Senator Sanders and plans to incorporate many of his ideas. So I hope that's not just talk.
I hope so, too. I really, really hope so. But, I think that another piece is that needs to be stated is that right now this crisis has been hell on a lot of people. But there are 2 Democratic proposals that we won't see in the Biden administration, according to where his politics are right now, that could have helped us through this. One that could have helped us is if there was universal health care, a lot of what's going on right now could have been mitigated. A lot of the people, just the insecurity and the anxieties around, am I going to be able to afford care if I get coronavirus? What's happening now that I've lost my job? What happens to my health care then? If we had universal health care, some single payer system, whether we call it Medicare for all or not, but if we had a single payer system right now, people wouldn't have to worry about how they're going to financially survive the cost, the health care cost connected to coronavirus. The other policy that would have really helped people is Andrew Yang's freedom dividend, or the universal basic income. That if everybody was already getting $1,000 a month from the federal government, just as a normative policy, we wouldn't need these stimulus packages trying to give people direct checks, because it would already be a part of the normal flow of the economy, the flow of the government. Those are 2 Democratic policies that are far left policies, but those are the kind of policies that you see that we need right now in the midst of this pandemic. And if they were normal, we wouldn't have the same kind of pain that many people are seeing right now.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. If you can't see that, there's a real problem. So everybody who's crying socialism is so horrible. Look, how come if it's so horrible, we need it to bail out capitalism every decade or so? And I'm telling you, this $1,200 is going to do nothing. And we can give these corporations how many billions of dollars, and then we only give people who need it $1,200. That's a joke. But as usual, Pastor, right. You sound like a genius, and that's why you get the last word. We're wrapping up here now, so if you would like to use this last minute to just cuddle with me virtually, I don't know, it's up to you. What do you think?
Virtual cuddles.
Shout out to Miss Ross. Thank you for spending your quarantine half hour with us. We appreciate the time, and as always, we appreciate your support. I'm pretty much spending my time just piecing together Pinterest pictures of Diana Ross from
I love it. Yo,
seven.
go on Facebook right now, everybody, and rewatch this episode. Rewatch this episode. Give us some likes. Give us some shares. Make sure you get this word out to people. Go to the app. Listen to it on the app. Don't just make this the only day you get to hear from Side Pieces. You can hear from us all week long because we archive this stuff. So hit us up.
Pastor Willie Dwayne Francois, a.k.a. Dr. Love, and Susan Korngut saying goodbye for the week. Thank you so much for tuning in to WEHA. We have gospel. Stay safe, everybody.
Atlantic City, and now on FM translator 100.3 W262CF, Atlantic City,
Greetings.
Pleasantville.
This is Kaleem Shabazz, president of the Atlantic City branch of the NAACP. The NAACP is a civil rights and social justice organization fighting since 1909 to ensure that everyone is treated fairly in our nation. The NAACP does not endorse candidates. We do take a position on issues that impact social justice or civil rights. The May 12th special election in Atlantic City is an effort to negatively impact the civil